Floyd, in their early days, never actually played a residency at the Marquee. Roger Waters remembers failing to impress the manager.
I have vague memories of John G. saying, well, sorry, lads, you haven't passed the mark, so, you owe us money. I have much stronger memories of being there watching other people. I remember going to see The Who there when they first had their Vox Beetle hundreds and thinking, good God, what aren't those big amplifiers?
Do you remember those UFO evenings at the Irish Ballroom in Tottenham Court Road?
Yes, I remember those very well. UFO was good. One of the things I remember about UFO after we played there for about 3 weeks was some lunatic standing at the side of the stage accusing us of having sold out.
But were you always over the top about the light projections? Because at the Games for May at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, you had millions of bubbles and quad sound speakers. I mean, that was the beginning, I think, of the outrageous Pink Floyd.
That was actually the time of the very first quad pan pot, which was built by a man called Bernard Spate, who was an engineer at Abbey Road, and who built this strange mechanical device out of 4 270-degree pots, which he converted to 90-degree pots, and built a joystick in a universal joint, and it was I think the very first quadphonic pan pot.
Yeah. Around about 1973-74, you played Oath Court, Roger, and there again the spectacular visuals, in front of 20,000 people, of the inflatable man with blazing green eyes and crashing aircraft and a gong that burst into flames. I mean, that was all happening before the wall, did it?
Yes. Yeah, all those things are kind of have been what I wanted to do, really, up until the wall. With the wall, that shows it all worked in the kind of way that I'd always thought it might.
Roger, how did you come with the idea of the wall? How was it born?
Another brick in the wall. When I was at school, some of the teachers that I had were extremely unpleasant to everyone. It's clearly it's not a very good thing if people who are frustrated and upset by their own lives. It's a bad thing if they're in schools trying to teach children.
Yeah.
Bound to lavish some of their internalized anger on the kids who are in their charge, which is what happened to me a bit. Mind you, I had some very good teachers as well. Now, sad thing about that was that everybody thought that it was a cry against education, which it isn't. It's a cry against bad education, not against education.
Great difference between the wall, the concert, and the way that the music is applied in film. Did you have the film in mind even during the time that you prepared the concert version?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
So it was a natural progression.
Yeah. In fact, in the first screenplay that I wrote, about, 10 or 15% of it was going to be concert footage. But it got changed slowly, bit by bit.
Just about the final cut. Is that going to be the final cut? Because people have a way of interpreting that, and that's what I'm asked.
Well, that's understandable. I don't know. I would think probably not.
You are working at the moment?
Well, I'm working on a solo album at the moment.
So we have that to look forward to.
You certainly do.
Round about when, Roger?
October, I think.
That's good news. And do you have a message for any new bands and bands who've made it, who have played the Marquee in view of their 25th anniversary?
Messages for new bands? Dare I say it? Yes, I dare, I think it would be a jolly good thing if, in terrible danger here of sort of having a go at, I don't mind having a go at people. I think always Spandau Ballet, Duran Duran, Touch a Goo Goo, back to pop, let's play nice simple tunes for the mums and dads is terribly, terribly depressing. And if there are new bands coming up who are interested in making music that's about how they feel, then I would just give them all the encouragement that I can, because I think that that's what rock and roll is, what any good rock and roll is about.